Hello everyone, welcome back to Lucky Loads 15, and in this video I've given you my predictions for day 2 of the July Festival at Newmarket on the July course. Before we get stuck into that, I just want to apologise for not giving you any tips over the last few days in vlog format. That's because I've been really busy. I've had relatives come over from Canada and I've been busy the last few days being out and about with them, doing some nice things. So I haven't really had too much time to pay attention to the racing, but I did put some selections up today on Twitter feed, and if you don't follow me on Twitter, check me out at LuckyDose15. I did the old fashioned way. I've done it a few times before, and I just write down a selection for each race on a piece of paper, take a picture of it, and then pin it to my Twitter profile. I saw some of you did some of those selections. Unfortunately, I couldn't give you many winners. We had one winner in the end with Advertise, who we put up for the Coventry at Royal Ascot, and we had 2 second places. So it wasn't too bad. It could have been a little bit better, but it was quite tough today. There was some surprise winners in some of the races today, and it was always a bit of a hard task. But that's racing and that's the way it goes. But we'll have a crack at day 2 for tomorrow. And also as well, I just want to mention that if you're going to think, where's my vlog for Saturday? Well, I'll try and upload one on Saturday morning. For those that know, you obviously know that I do a university degree in MA Sports Broadcast Journalism. I've nearly finished it, but I'm doing my final major project at the moment, and I'm going to Chepstow races tomorrow. First time I've actually been to that race course, and I'm doing a documentary looking at female jockeys, and it's one of the Silk Series races tomorrow. So I'm going over up to Wales, and yeah, I'm going to be there all the time for the racing tomorrow, filming what's going on, interviewing Holly Doyle and a couple of other people as well. So really looking forward to that. And yeah, it should be a good day, but I won't be getting back until God knows what hours in the middle of the night, so I'll probably be really tired when I get back, so then I'll be doing one in the morning. But enough of me waffling on, we'll get straight into the video, and we start with the 150 tomorrow at Newmarket with the Bunbury Cup. Horse I quite like here is called Saluti. I thought it was quite a tricky race to work out, but if I had to have a bet, Saluti would be my selection. Trained by Amanda Parrott, and Jim Crowley's booked for the ride, champion jockey in 2016. He's been riding really well at the moment. He's got around about 30% strike rate in the last fortnight from 47 rides, so he's riding pretty well, and I thought this horse was an interesting contender tomorrow. It's won over the course and distance before and put in a really good credible effort last time out, finishing 4th behind a horse that I rate of Ian Williams called Aces. So I thought 5 to 1 tomorrow, this one could definitely get us off to a good start. It loves conditions, likes the track, already had 2 wins this season, so it's been in good form, and I could definitely see this one being a major player in the race, and I thought was a little bit of value at 5 to 1. We then go to the Duchess of Cambridge Stakes in the 225, a very competitive renewal I thought, but I thought the standout horse here, and the one they've all got to beat, was Mark Johnston's Main Edition. James Doyle is booked for the ride. Now this horse was a very convincing winner at Royal Ascot. It stayed from the front, but the Godolphin runner was chasing it down at the end and maybe could reverse the form as they both meet again here, but I thought Main Edition was the one you want to be on. It's 3 from 3. It's a typical Mark Johnson horse, very hard in game and always gives its all, and I thought tomorrow was the one you had to be with, and 11-4 was an attractive price. Horses that tend to make the run in at Newmarket, especially on the July course, can often stay there, and that was the case today in quite a few races. You might remember Wells Fargo got to the front, had an easy lead, and was able to cruise to victory, and I could definitely see a similar story here. I think Main Edition will give us a good run for our money tomorrow, and I would definitely think could be the favourite. Maybe could go off something like 6 to 4, 13 to 8. I reckon that's what the price will be. We then go to the 3 o'clock, and I quite like the chances here of a horse called Chief Ironside, around about 6 to 1 around the board, trained by William Jarvis. Jamie Spencer is booked for the ride. This horse won very convincingly last time out over the course and distance against the older horses, and I thought it could still be well in off the mark of 96 and still was definitely improving, and I thought 6 to 1, that wasn't a bad each way bet there, and I could definitely see this horse making the frame. I was really impressed with the victory last time out, and some of those older horses as well were some decent types. The likes of Barocco for Andrew Bolden's definitely a fair fair yardstick, and it had it well behind last time, and I'm expecting a good run from Chief Ironside. 3:35, the Falmouth Stakes. I think we only really need to mention Alpha Centauri here. I think it'll be a penalty kick. Been a fantastic course already this season. Won very convincingly at Royal Ascot in the Coronation. Then obviously as well won the Irish 1,000 guineas, trained by Jessica Harrington. Conrad O'Donoghue, but for the ride, broke the track record as well in that Royal Ascot race, and you got to think it's class above most of these. And yeah, 1 to 2, 4 to 7 best odds, that's what you're going to get out there. Maybe you might want to look betting without. I thought maybe threading was maybe the alternative if you wanted to have a bet elsewhere, but yeah, that would be my selection here. Alpha Centauri, 4:10. I thought this was a little bit of a tricky race. Obviously 2-year-olds, we don't know enough about these. Maybe it's best to go with one with experience, but you always get some decent Newmarket, especially I should say you get some decent newcomers, especially in these Newmarket races. I quite like the chances here of Art Duval, round about 5 to 1 best odds out there at the moment, trained by Charlie Appleby, who does very well with his 2-year-olds. For Godolphin, William Buick is booked for the ride. This horse is by No Nay Never, who's had a very good first season already as a first sire, so definitely worth following. His prodigy seem to love the good fast ground. That will be the conditions at Newmarket tomorrow, and I thought 5 to 1 he could definitely give you a run for your money. Then I quite liked in the 4:45 a horse called Saunter, 9 to 1 with bookmakers at the moment, trained by that shrewd trainer which is Ian Williams. His yard been in flying form. Jim Crowley's booked for the ride. This horse has been running in some fair races. It finished 8th last time out at Royal Ascot in the Duke of Edinburgh, and I could definitely see it 9 to 1 making a good effort tomorrow. Doesn't mind the conditions, often turns up in these big races, and I thought could definitely make the frame, and who knows, could maybe sneak to victory. So for me, I thought Saunter could go quite well for us there. We then end in the last race in the 5:20. Quite like the chances of Vitamin here, trained by Richard Hannon. William Buick is booked for the ride, won very nicely last time under a ride from Hayley Turner over the course and distance. It ran in the 1,000 guineas earlier in the year. The stable of Richard Hannon obviously liked this horse, and I still thought it was well handicapped off a mark of 90 and could be very hard to beat, and it's probably the one they've all got to beat, and it's 4 to 1, and I thought again that's probably going to be well backed. That may go off something like 11 to 4, 5 to 2. I could definitely see that one being a bit of a gamble in the race. So they're the selections for day 2 of Newmarket's July meeting. For tips and questions, please leave some comments in the comments box below if you wish. Also as well, please subscribe to my YouTube channel here at LuckyLoaders15 if you haven't done so already. Check me out on my handle at LuckyLoaders15 on Twitter. Definitely go and follow me on there for all my updates and things like that, so go and check me out there. That's all I got to say. Please gamble responsibly. Hopefully we can have some winners tomorrow, and we'll be seeing you soon.